through, a zeta run through will be followed by a gamma run through, and then a beta and an alpha. So yesterday I did a zeta, then so this is a zeta 2, and demonstrate the uploading of GTML uh, content, and then load up into a JEditor, which renders the content uh, into the browser frame, the editor pane. So the first thing you need to know is uh, uh, the location of this directory where you start loading up the content, the root directory in the dynamic web services like Tomcat. That's called a context. A context is the name is root directory that you personally name by the name of the war file that gets extracted, and how the Tomcat works. It looks at a timestamp. The war file is newer, then extracts it again, and it dynamically updates it, which is incredibly very useful for for a scalable deployment. So in this right here, the directory, it's the working directory of Eclipse. The petmam is the package manager is actually where it is. The bin directory is the working directory. So I and cut and paste, copy and paste the GTML content in the PTD, which is a past distribution slash doc release that has a GTML directory, and copy that. So if you go into the directory, you'll see history and marketing. History would have a page that talks about Tim Berners-Lee, and then in marketing it talks about Menlo Ventures. Menlo Venture published a paper on the generative AI in enterprise, the state of AI in enterprise. And so these two web pages will be loaded. So it doesn't do the timestamp, nor does it load up from the jar file. That's the third feature. Right. So right here, it loads up from the working directory. The next version is uses sandbox that loads up locally in the your own selection of the hard drive. And finally, the third feature will be loading up uh, using a jar file, which could be packaged. And among other things you could do, you could have a public hash key that authenticates it. So there'll be some sort of app that authenticates the public keys as well. I need to do that. It does not directly render, but it does show up the directory infrastructure. I think it's probably like only another 1 hour of code, and I could render it because I already have that uh, GUI that that display the books in a tree view. So should be progressing very smoothly. And so I'm gonna launch it, and the setting by default it has the working directory in uh, petman bin directory. Once I click on it, it loads it up. There's three options: the load, this is the working directory; the second sandbox, and the third is the jar file. Right? I click on it, bam, there you go. So it loads up the directory structure right here. This is the information of where the working directory is. After the working directory, you have users. This is the root of the working directory. So after that, you have history. So GTML is hidden, right? So is invisible. It doesn't show this information. I took it out because it's two verbose, and then you have two structure history, as well as marketing, and then there's a button right here that clicks it and renders it. And I'll show you. So this is it. That loads it up using file naming convention 001. Um, this is very important milestone because once you could show the directory right here, you could do a lot, and this directory will be converted to a hash map after the transmediation, and so it's a very important milestone in many ways. I'll do more run throughs, and you see why this is very important because it's like a scaffold. A scaffold is maybe, let's say you have the fifth floor of a scaffold. and then it's very stable because then you can look at the directory structure. You're able to go to the next level because of this milestone. Great. I'll see you in next release. Bye.